last 4 matches, but Katrina Stewart, she seems to go out there and do the job that she's asked about.
Oh yeah, that's what Kat will do every day. I mean, in the end, she's a fantastic player, and you saw that from last year. That was kind of kickstarting her pickleball career, to be honest, season 1. And what she's done the last year, building herself as one of the best singles player in the world, in my opinion, at the moment, beating like Caitlin Christian just before Christmas, like I think the number 3 player in PPA. That's what you get from her. It's pure professionalism. She goes out, does the job, and gives everything she has for those 15 minutes. And so, yeah, it's awesome to watch her day to day.
And there's another thing we've introduced this year, the Band of Honor. Now, we thought it would be all fun and games. Oh, wow, look at this, Sam. Just so you know, and just so everyone knows, there it is. The Band of Honor, of course, the male and female players have different colors, and it's given to the player who scored the most points. Sam, is there a conversation about it in terms of make sure I'm there so I can score that many points and get on the board?
Unfortunately not. We very much keep the focus on the individual matches. As I said, we have a really versatile team, so sometimes the guys are playing 1 game, 2 games, sometimes they're not playing at all. For me, it's great if one of the players ends up with the Band of Honor, but our focus is always on the court and the matches that they're playing.
Yeah. Just letting everyone know, we didn't plan the Band of Honor. Ollie, well done. That came out of nowhere. I thought I was just, surprising you with the question, but that's about the questions I'm going to ask you guys. And thank you for watching right now. Ollie and Sam will, of course, be excited to get back to their teams and get started. The one tie that is coming your way on day 5 of the World Pickleball League Season 2 is Mumbai Pickle Power versus Bengaluru Jawans. Don't go anywhere. After this very short break, the first match comes your way.
Hello and welcome along. It's another day of the World Pickleball League Season 2 and it's a critical tie. Tie 9, it features Mumbai Pickle Power who are yet to register an outright victory this season in their third tie, and Bengaluru Jawans who began with a wipeout in their opening match but lost last night, so they also have a lot on stake in this particular game. As a result of what's happened thus far, Chennai and Delhi top of the table, but 2 teams which have played 3 ties. So tonight, Bengaluru as well as Mumbai will join them, and Mumbai will want to register enough points to just break in and around that 4th position, which currently is 8 points beyond them, with Bengaluru occupying that particular space with 1 win and 1 tie lost. And let's get introduced to the 2 teams, and let's head down to Arpit.
Let's welcome the teams onto the field of play. First up, Mumbai Pickle Power. Being led out by a mascot, followed by Sam Basford, Brandon Lane, Glauka Kavahar Lane, Jada Bui, Tejas Mahajan, Max Green, Helen Toe, Santosh Narayanan, and Sabrina Mendez.
Full points to Mumbai for getting the most culture-appropriate mascot, the dancer right up front. But they'll hope that their performance is also appropriate with the names of some of these players. It's not a bad team at all. They've got the likes of the Lanes, Brandon Lane, his wife Gulauka Carvajal. Max Green has also been in good form. And they'll hope that they can come up with those performances. Band of Honor, let's take a look. Katerina Stewart, who's from Bengaluru Jawans, right atop. 74 points for her. And Jada Bui in 5th position from the Mumbai Pickle Power, who potentially has a chance to maybe catch up or at least get close to the top 3 if possible. And looking at the same numbers in terms of what's happened on the men's section, Kwang Nam of Chennai Super Champs right on top. Delhi Dilwale represented with 2 and 3, and Pune United and Bengaluru Jawans after that. Let's get introduced to Yongwon Kim and his teammates from the Bengaluru Jawans.
And please welcome now the champions from Season 1, Bengaluru Jawans. Led out by Oliver Strecker. With their players Katrina Stewart, Dusty Boyer, Brooke Revuelta, Vrishali Thakre, Mauro Garcia, Yongwon Kim, Molly O'Donoghue, and Eduardo Irizarry.
Quite a lively atmosphere already at the Geo World Garden. This promises to be a party of a match. It's just a single tie. And just to remind you that both these teams are playing their 3rd tie of this single round robin stage that we have, where each team will play 6 matches. So in that sense, this will conclude the halfway point, and they will want to be somewhere in the top of the table. This is how we'll kick things off with Helen Toe taking on Katerina Stewart. Then we've got the Lanes taking on Molly O'Donoghue and Yongwon Kim. Dusty Boyer lost yesterday, but he's back on the court today against Max Green. Jada Bui is going to take on the women's doubles alongside Kavahar Lane, and she'll face Katerina Stewart and Ruelta. And then we'll finish off with the mixed doubles, men's doubles rather. But this is what we are about to begin with. The first match, Helen Toe of Mumbai against Katerina Stewart, unbeaten so far from Bengaluru Jawans in the women's singles. Let's head over to Arpit for the toss.
Thank you, Debayan. We are here for the toss between Helen and Katrina. Mark Taylor, of course.
Ladies, that is a head, that is a tail. Kat, you got the call? Tails is the call. It is a head. Take that side, serve. No worries, we'll go in 2 minutes. Thank you.
Mumbai win the toss and elect a side. Katrina will be serving after I'm out of the way.
Yeah, promises to be a fun evening. And to add to the fun, this is Debayan Sen in the commentary box. I've got alongside me Jeanette Ward. And we got a man of many parts. Partly from Wimbledon, partly from Hyderabad. Welcome, Louis Laville.
Thank you very much. Really looking forward to being here tonight. I think we've got an absolute cracker of a tie. You know, day 5, all to play for. I've got Helen Toe playing against Katerina Stewart. Helen, haven't seen her play much singles, but I know she's a very good player in America. And then, you know, Mumbai Pickle Power and in dire need of a good start tonight for sure.
Jeanette, a massive challenge ahead of her because Katerina Stewart has hardly put a foot wrong thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. Season 2 is going very well for Katerina Stewart. Season 1, of course, was phenomenal. 28 years of age from the USA, right-handed. Her favourite shot is the flick and a singles rating of 5.7. Kat is out for more points for that Band of Honour this evening.
Louis, how much fun is it to watch from the sidelines when your partners begin off, because you know that you're not playing this first match, but there's still a role to play, right, from the sidelines?
Oh, for sure. Being loud and supporting your teammates is one of the most important things, especially in this format. Being, you know, it's not a certain score, it's playing 15 minutes. And so as long as you can keep your teammates fired up for that entire time, I think that's a really, really key thing. I think you'll see both sides being really, really loud early. And, you know, as you can see, the crowd tonight, there's a lot of Jawans and there's a lot of players from Pickle Power. So I think, and there's a drum set over somewhere. So I think we're going to hear a lot of noise tonight.
And we don't have the co-owner of the Jawans. In fact, we do have him on the sidelines, and we noticed just before the start the famous film director, Atlee. He has been in the Bengaluru Jawans outfit in previous matches, but today he's decided to drop down to civils. So possibly a little bit of a superstition there, because it didn't work out last night. So maybe just that nice little white shirt. It looks good on him, and maybe it'll bring him some change luck, Jeanette.
Potentially, you never know. I think the Jawans, Louis Laville, they were looking really strong in the draft going into season 2. What are your thoughts on the Jawan team season 2 now?
Oh, they are an extremely well-built, all-rounded team. I don't think we can take away anything from what happened last night. I think you'll see them bounce back and be really, really strong tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have to give credit for the way that Dilli Dilwale played as well. Some of them played perhaps one of the matches of their lives.
Yes, I saw Trang was absolutely phenomenal last night, you know, assisted by Max Manthe, Purple Jesus. But, you know, all of them played their roles really, really well, and they were loud from the get-go. I think that might have been a slightly deciding factor.
All right.
And here we go, it looks like.
Helen.
Yeah, Stewart about to begin service. She's in that white and red of the Bengaluru Jawans in the far court, and in the near court, we've got Helen too in place of JW for the first time. We did hear from the head coach Sam Basford before the match that he has faith in the depth in that women's singles. We have seen JW in the 2 previous encounters. Of course, the last match coming up against Domenica Turkovic. That wasn't an easy job either.
And I did a bit of a deep dive into Helen Toe's singles record, and she has had some fairly decent runs against some good players in the USA. No major wins, but some decent points on the board.
Completely agree with that. Fantastic singles player. The one challenge she has tonight is the person on the other side of the court. You've got Katarina Stewart, yet to lose a singles game in the World Pickleball League. So she's absolutely phenomenal, and she's looking to extend that streak tonight.
Point, Jawans.
Yeah, the noise levels are certainly louder for Bengaluru, even though this is technically and otherwise a home fixture for Mumbai. We are in Mumbai, but you won't believe that looking at the kind of noise which is coming in from the Bengaluru side of the audience.
It's loud. We can barely hear each other, and we're less than a metre apart. That's fantastic. So what you want to hear. Been a little bit quieter the last couple of nights, but the loud cheers are back, and that's really, really exciting.
5-0.
Now, you've written in your profile, Louis, that you have a sleep DUPR of 7.1. So does that mean that you can practically sleep anywhere? Would you be able to sleep through this as well?
I'm not sleeping through this. This is way too exciting of a tie. High sleep duper. My head's on the pillow and I'm fast asleep. We were fortunate enough to go to the gateway to India this morning. Got back and literally 2 hours sleep. Energized and ready to go this evening.
Yeah, I can tell you, some could call it a superpower because some of us, not me per se, but a lot of people do have trouble with sleeping, but it's always blessed when you can sleep on demand.
There's a few players on my team I think would agree with that for sure.
Point, Jawans.
Now, Louis, you're with the Hyderabad Superstars. Unfortunately, you lost your draft pick in Jack Wong. However, I did notice on your social media that you've been practicing some singles. So were you thinking that you'd come out here and have to do this slogging hard 15-minute singles session here at the World Pickleball League?
Oh, Jeanette, it's all mind games. All mind games. No, yeah, as you say, it was a shame that Jack wasn't able to participate in the league this year, but we've got a super strong replacement in Marcelo. You know, we've got a really good team right now, having great energy, really enjoying our company together. You know, we sit together at like breakfast, lunch and dinner. But as you can see in the far corner, everyone sat over there this evening, and yeah, we're playing again tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that.
Point, Jawans.
Well, in the meantime, it's barely about 3 minutes in, and it's a 14-love lead. This is looking quite brutal. 15 now.
Jawans.
I mean, yeah, Kat has not missed a ball in the first 3 minutes, and it's pretty demoralising being on the other end of the court. You know, there's not much you can do at this point. But Sam's just going to try and maybe get through 2 more minutes and throw a pickle play in just to change the momentum a little bit, give her a timeout, and then never know, fortunes may change. But, I mean, Kat's just been absolutely world-class in the first 3 minutes of this match.
Oh, she's missed one, though. So breaking news there, but 16 points already on the board. And just to remind our viewers who might be tuning in for the first time that this is 15 minutes of play. separated by a half-time break, so you score as many as you want. And Jeanette, we can remind also people that Katarina Stewart currently is the only singles player who's reached the 30 mark. There have been a couple of others who've reached 29,
16-0.
but she looks good to maybe break that.
Yeah, she only got 30 on the first night. Just like to point that out on my team. But no, she's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, she's as you say, look, she's 17, she's not put a foot wrong, and she seems like there's no sign of slowing down here tonight. I think she's out for revenge after, you know, where she won her singles last night, didn't win her doubles though, and they're looking to put a big statement result out to start this tie.
Yeah, we did see Jeanette last night after she lost the women's doubles. She was out there on the practice courts just besides the main center court, and she was practicing already. So she was really smarting from the defeats yesterday.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The Jawans so far, energetically wise, have come out as a different team. You can see in the dugout there, all the players are on their feet and encouraging Kat Stewart to lead the way for them this evening. That's better. That's better by Helen Toe.
I think the good thing is she's got a smile on her face. She's registered her first point, so it might just be an ironic smile.
I think it was a right one with Kat also smiling at the other end of the court. I think Kat smells blood tonight. I think she's...
Oh, my bad.
Legal for a
19-1.
mark.
Point, Jawans.
I think the main thing, just from a tactical point of view right now, Kat is serving big and Helen's really struggling to get
by Mumbai.
anything with the serve. We've got a pickle play, as we said, straight into the 10-minute mark. We've got Jada Bowie on, arguably the Mumbai Pickle Power's strongest singles player.
Jada coming on.
It'll be interesting to see how she fares against the mighty Kat Stewart.
All right, players ready. Time back in, 21. Point, Jawans. 21-1.
Oh, what a shot. What a pass that is from Katarina Stewart. She definitely is one of the top players in this league.
22-1. 22-1. Point, Jawans.
All right, Jada Bowie, she's had some great success in the first couple of ties here. I was quite impressed with her singles prowess, but clearly, you know, coming in with cold legs as a pickle play, Louis, do you want to talk to us about that? It's hard for players, especially in singles, to have cold legs, right?
Oh, pickle play is a really, really exciting feature of the league, but as a captain or a coach, it's a real gamble. It can work in your favour, but, you know, as you say, Jada's just come on cold and not necessarily played bad points, but Kat's warm and firing and won 5 in a row or 4 in a row, whatever it is. So what you want to do as that person in the pickle play is try and help out your teammate. You're giving them a bit of a timeout for a minute or a rest. But I mean, the scoreline you see, Kat Stewart is on absolute fire. We're not even halfway through this fixture and she's on nearly what she achieved in 15 minutes the other day. So maybe she's going for the highest ever score in pickleball history.
Yeah, we could have a half century here today because she's definitely on course for that. Not even halfway there, and she's 28-1 up. The end of pickle play. And we've seen this a couple of times, Jeanette, haven't we? It's almost like a chess game because you're willing to sacrifice your pawn. No disrespect to some of the other singles players, but when you have somebody as dominant as Katarina, you're better off maybe saving some of your better players for the other fixtures.
Yeah, now, as Louis Laville was saying earlier, Jada Bowie is an excellent women's doubles player as well. So to be able to, where am I? Let me get my roster out. So to be able to put Jada, save Jada's legs for the women's doubles, that's where Sam Basford's going with this one. Is that right, Louis?
Jawans.
Yes, exactly. I mean, there we go. We've reached halfway. 30 points. What a phenomenal start for Katarina Stewart.
Yeah, incredible. She's already matched her season's best, and there's still one half to come. Where will this finish? One wonders. Katarina Stewart, 31 up.
31.
Relentless, ruthless, and with surgeon-like precision, Katarina Stewart is taking apart Helen To at the moment in the women's singles. But there's still a little over 7 minutes to play in this match. Even if fight back here isn't likely, Helen To can at least give some momentum to her team if she can keep the fight up. That's the best she can do, I suppose, in this situation.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. And to be honest, also just go and have some fun. Like, the game's over. She's not going to come back and beat Kat from here. But, you know, she's got 7.5 minutes. Just go enjoy her time out there. It's always nerve-wracking playing the first game of the tie or first game of the night. But also playing against a beast in Kat Stewart. I mean, look at that shot. I mean, there's not many people in the female world of pickleball that are going to get that ball back.
31-1.
And she's just putting on an absolute clinic right now.
And Mumbai Pickle Power just have to take a leaf out of what Delhi Dilwale did yesterday. They lost the first encounter, Jeanette, but then they came back with a storm. They ended up winning it 12-3. So they could do something similar here, Mumbai, if they get their second tie right.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great comeback there. So you never know this early days, but this is the result that we kind of expected from women's singles with Kat Stewart.
I agree with you, Jeanette. We alluded to it just before the break. They wanted to save Jada for doubles. Her doubles is very strong, and you know we saw in the pickle play how dominant Kat was playing, and you know not saying that would happen the entire tie, but Jada is wow. Just watching an absolutely fantastic point here. Just deep. Oh, good rally from Helen. That's a fantastic effort. Smiles and a little clap from Kat Stewart there as well. But on the whole, you know, in this league, Kat's arguably the strongest singles player, maybe apart from Sion, the Hyderabad team, my team. So if you've got a strong doubles pairing, try and, you know, save their energy so they can perform later on in the tie.
132.
Yeah, Bengaluru's next on Monday. That's also going to be promising. Whether Chennai
32-1.
put Dominica or they put up Rika, it could be a great matchup against Katarina Stewart. And of course, then they face Hyderabad in their last encounter, which will come on the 5th of February. That should also be a lot of fun.
Point, Jawans. 33-1.
As you said, Louis, this is just an absolute masterclass in singles pickleball. There is basically lost for words. It's just, she's just an unbelievable player.
Yeah, I mean, Helen started this second half actually pretty well, to be honest. She's rallying a lot better. She's staying in the points longer, but the quality of Katarina Stewart right now is off the scale. And you know, I saw on the first night that she was pushing to hit 30, and I can imagine right now she's 14 points away from a half century, so she might want to be raising the bat in a few minutes.
Yeah, Jeanette did tell me you're apparently a bit of a cricket nut as well. So any favorite cricketers? And you must be excited that the World Pickleball League season, or rather the entire roster, has so many owners, including a few cricketers that you would be big fans of.
Yes, for sure. And obviously, people are aware that the World Cup's about to happen. I think a couple of the teams are actually in the hotel that we're in as well, which is really, really exciting. You know, I love watching all forms of cricket, but with the World Cup being, you know, I think it's T20, it's going to be a really, really exciting one. And there's a couple of matches around Mumbai, so we might see if we can watch a game.
Jawans.
So there's actually a Ranji Trophy game which is going on, and I popped over for about an hour yesterday, watched Mumbai, but against a Delhi team which is quite inexperienced at the moment, and Mumbai always has been a stronghold in Indian cricket, that's for sure.
I wonder what Kat Stewart would be like with a cricket bat in her hand. Couple of sixes in there, Louis. What do you think?
141.
I can't really comment on that, but she's not going to be anywhere near as good as she is at playing pickleball right now, that's for sure. This is an absolute masterclass. This is Virat Kohli at his absolute finest.
But just observing her, Jeanette, I bet she'll pick it up. She will pick up cricket, and she'll want to be bloody good at it. She won't leave it. She won't let it rest until she's good.
Yeah, she's one of the most competitive people I've ever met. And no matter what she's doing, she wants to be the best at it. And I think you could say that about quite a lot of the players in this league, which is why they've been drafted, you know. obviously very talented, but the competitive
41-2.
nature always comes into it.
So now the race is between Stewart and that 50 mark. Now she's gone up to 42. So 8 points to go, 2.5 minutes. How are we calling it? Is she doing it, Louis, here?
I think that's up to Helen. Is she going to just keep playing? She's played some good points.
Jawans.
But Kat is just playing big. You can see she wants that ball back fast.
43-2.
Helen just needs to try and stay in a couple of points and direct them out, and it's not going to be possible. But at the moment, she's just not missing a ball, and she's just moving Helen everywhere, and it makes it, yeah,
Point, Jawans.
absolutely exceptional spectacle.
44-2.
But, you know, I feel for Helen right now.
Yeah, definitely acing two things, both the women's singles at
Point,
the moment and also the fan wars. It's outright victory for Bengaluru Jawans. They are vocal, they've come with posters, they've come with drums. Pretty much the right kind of preparation. So if you're fans of any of the other franchises or the teams, make sure that you get your preparations in before you come to the Geo World Garden.
46-2. Side out.
Glimmer of hope. A little over a minute. Service back with Helen.
246.
4 points for Katerina. Can she get to that 50 mark?
Side out.
A minute to go, 4 points needed. I think she needs 4 in a row here. I think if
46-2.
Helen can get a side out, it might not happen.
Side
And she
out.
knows it as well. She's rushing her shots now. No, but I mean, regardless of whatever the final score is, this is an app. You've witnessed probably one of the best
246.
games of singles in World Pickleball League history here. Like, that score's unlikely to get beaten for a long, long time.
Janet, I was about to ask
Point,
you, will she make
Mumbai.
it to 50 because you're so good at predictions, but that's now out of the window.
346.
Let's ask you quickly about the mixed doubles coming up. Who's your pick for that?
Okay, Molly O'Donoghue is playing with Uongon Kim and Brandon Lane and Glauca Lane. Well, I think I'd have to go with my mate Molly O'Donoghue there in the Jawans.
Side out.
Well, Katerina Stewart is having an absolute ball out here.
46-3.
The last point pretty much. And it's finished the only way that it could have.
Jawans.
It is 50 points, but it's 50 points between the two competitors. It's 47-3. It's an absolute wipeout in terms of what Katerina Stewart, a top player in her own right, has done. But Helen Do will walk away with a lot of lessons. Off to a winning start, the Bengaluru Jawans, as they look to bounce back from last night's defeat with a 3-0 lead against the Mumbai Pickle Power.
Best luck, mate. All right. Players, that is a head. That is a tail. Kim, you've got the call. Tail. It is a tail.
Receive.
Receive. Which end do you want to start?
Let's start over there.
That end. Go in 2 minutes, players. Best of luck.
Welcome back. What a start by the Bengaluru Jawans in this one. But Katrina Stewart has been doing it for them. Right now, it's the second match. It is the mixed doubles. Brandon and Glauca Lane against Youngwon Kim and Molly O'Donoghue. We are in the commentary box. My name is Arpa Sharma. Jeanette here with me. And of course, Louis Laville, who is our guest commentator today, enjoying the view from up here. And before I get Louis and Jeanette into the conversation, just a reminder of what we have witnessed in that first match. History, definitely one of the words that can be used. 121 points for Katrina Stewart. She wants to stay on the leadership boards in terms of the Band of Honor. And it's not going to be easy for Dominika Osion or anyone to catch up with her, whether they play singles and mixed doubles or singles and doubles. And in the men, the current leader right now is Lee Hwang Nam. He's already been player of the tie twice with 77 points. This leaderboard looking a little more competitive than the women's leaderboard, courtesy Katrina Stewart. And Louis, you mentioned this, you know, it'll be a score which will be tough to beat for a long time.
Yes, I mean, we're going to go back to it before this one starts, but that was probably the best singles performance I've seen in a long time. I mean, you know, Helen started a bit shaky, but towards the end she was actually playing some pretty good rallies, and Kat just was absolutely immaculate. Didn't miss a single ball for 15 minutes, which is pretty unheard of.
And this is one of the largest audiences we've already had in the second season of the World Pickleball League, and they're enjoying themselves. We've seen a little bit of a battle between the crowd, chanting Mumbai and Bengaluru, but in that first match, unfortunately for Mumbai, their voices were getting drowned out considering what was happening on court. And they're excited for this one. They're ready for this one. Glauca to serve.
Yes, and we've got the fiery Spanish pair of Brandon and Glauca, and they will be loud and big early. You'll hear them shouting, and that's going to make this very exciting tie.
Jeanette, Brandon and Glauca.
Oh yeah, there you go. Molly O'Donoghue already making her presence known on the big stage here in the World Pickleball League. Look, we had Brandon Lane in the comms box last night. He was insane. He's so looking forward to playing this evening. He's wanting to play big. And there you go, playing big he is. I think this is going to be a one battle and a fantastic mixed doubles match.
It is, and Brandon's coming into his own a little bit. The first time he got out onto the court, we felt like it wasn't the Brandon we were used to or expecting to see. But I think we got the Brandon in the commentary box yesterday, exactly how we expected him to be. And maybe that will just trigger him to go on and bring that performance on the court. And as we see another shot from him.
Point, Mumbai.
Yeah, he's going to be big, loud, using all 6'4" of himself and large wingspan and the cheetah hair. He's going to be absolutely fast-paced and raring to go all evening.
Point, Mumbai.
Now, I think the X factor for me in this match, like, we can trust Molly and Glauca to play great right sides, okay? But I think for me, the X factor is actually going to be Kim. Whether or not Kim went a little bit rocky in last night's mixed doubles match. So I'm thinking it's going to be all up to Kim playing up against Brandon. What are your thoughts, Louis?
Yeah, I mean, so Brandon's a big, nice, aggressive player. Kim is an absolute tactical master, and that's going to be the battle we're going to be facing tonight. I think if it gets in a big hit-off, I think Mumbai Pickle Power are going to be the ones to come through. If they can get it to the kitchen and move them round, and Kim uses sort of flicks and wizardry. That's where the Bengaluru Jawans. But I think the most important thing is the Jawan team need to be loud. The entire 15 minutes, lock in, because you know for a fact Mumbai Pickle Power will be.
Oh, what a great drive there. Molly O'Donoghue.
1-2-1.
I'm having a tough time listening to my own thoughts in my head with the crowd just making so much noise after a point is played. And good shot by Kim.
Point,
and I come to you on that, Louis. You mentioned to me a couple of times, you know, the atmosphere is different here. You've enjoyed it a lot more at times. You know, the way the league is run, the spectators coming in and being a part of it. It's just adding to the color. And the drums today, something new for you?
Yes. I mean, the drums just added it. We had it last year. It was loud, it's fiery. And to be honest, as a player, it's what you want. You don't want to be playing with just some little clapping or Wimbledon style. You want it to be loud, fiery, And you don't mind if the crowd are cheering during the point. That's what it's all about.
So no disturbances while you're playing. You're okay with them making as much noise, calling out your name as he goes for an overhead.
As a player, you try to think that, you know, the disturbances affect your shot, but in reality, they probably don't. It's just you hitting a bad shot. So we're back to side out here, and it's been a really good fiery first start with 2-2.
Second server.
All players just settling in, a few erratic shots, but on the whole, it's been a pretty high-level start for the first 4 minutes.
Louis, quick question. What is the... I know you play a lot of leagues around the world. You play a lot of tournaments around the world. What is the difference being out here at night under these lights at the World Pickleball League? What are the players feeling right now?
It's a completely different format to what any other league or event or anything ever produces. You know, usually you're targeting a score. This is you're playing for time, and then you have no idea what the score will be. So that's where, you know, you could have a game which is 15 minutes and it's 6-5. You could have a game which is, as you've just seen, 47-3. And there's absolutely no way you can predict what's going to happen, which is why, you know, if it's tight, people's shots change. If they're up by a couple of points with a minute or so to go, they play very differently than if they needed one more point to win the match. So it's different pressures that no players in the league, I mean, even the ones last year, you know, had a year off it, no players are used to. And so it just takes a lot of adjusting, and that's the little flick there. I just wanted to point out for Kim. That's what Kim needs to do, settle in and choose his rolls and flicks. But yeah, it's a format that
2-5-1
brings out the best in players for sure.
Mumbai Pickleball with a slight lead in this one right now, a 3-point gap. But like Louis mentioned, you know, it can change quickly. Sometimes the play looks very different from the scorecard, as we've noticed just ourselves. Praising the performance of the players and realizing that at sometimes that they're trailing.
Oh. Side out.
Kim looked slightly off last night, and I think he's just trying to find his feet in this game a bit. Usually if Kim's playing his absolute best, that ball has been flicked behind Brandon for a winner. He needs to settle into this game and just play some good points, and he'll be fine. He's a top player. Played enough against him in the last year or so to know he'll come back and he'll be absolutely fine.
Now, it's interesting enough that last night there was a pickleball play for the Jawans, but it was Molly O'Donoghue. My thoughts are that Kim should have been pickle played. I can see on the bench now for the Jawans that young Maro Garcia is actually keeping warm. So potentially tonight, if there is a pickle play, it may be Kim.
Yeah, I agree. You know, playing against Purple Jesus, which is what the Bengaluru Jawans had to do last night, is never a tough feat. You know, Trang got player of the tie and played fantastically, but it's just the speed-ups of Max make it really, really difficult to settle into a rhythm. And Molly actually did really well to deal with a lot of those speed-ups. Actually, I just saw Ollie Strecker put down the paddle there, so
yeah.
I think he's ready to put Maro in the next minute or so.
I think he said, let's just watch one serve.
Fabulous dinking. Molly O'Donoghue has spent some fair amount of time in Vietnam lately working on that non-volley zone shots, and it's just absolutely paying off for her at the World Pickleball League Season 2.
Point, Jawans.
I don't think that battle is coming up for the next minute or so at least. They've gotten a couple of points. 6-4 for Mumbai Pickle Power.
Second server.
20 seconds to go in this. Probably time for potentially one more point, maybe two if it's a quick one. Be a really good one for Jawans to win before going into the half-time turn.
Side out. Six, 4-1.
Well, that's been quite a first half in this mixed doubles match between Mumbai Pickle Power and Bengaluru Jawans. It's still 6-4 in favor of Mumbai. Lots more to come at the other side of this break.
6-4 at the moment in
Players
favour of the
ready.
Lanes, who are now in the far court
back in.
for Mumbai
6-4
Pickleball, who are
two.
looking to fight their way back into this tie. Facing Woong Guang Kim and Molly O'Donoghue. Arpit's taking a little bit of a break, but Louis and Jeanette are still with me. Much better, and this is pretty much a continuation from the last match where the Lanes looked in better form.
Yeah, the Lanes had a shaky start and then came back really strong in the last one, and they settled them well in this
7-4-2.
tie. I think the next minute or so in this tie is going to be absolutely critical in this match. It starts quite weak for the Jawans. I could see Mara Garcia coming on quite quickly to try and bring his fiery Spanish side and face that off against the current Glauca and Brandon, who are playing really, really well in this tie.
And Jeanette, we can also advertise the benefits of coming to the commentary box, because Brandon was here last night. He was watching the Jawans from close range. So must be using those lessons in this match.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Louis, this isn't your first stint in the commentary box. It's certainly, you have to pay so much attention to the game, right? And I find that you learn a lot as well. That ball lands in. Oh, Molly O'Donoghue again with the put away.
I can see a paddle. Here it is. Mara Garcia. So we've got 3 Spaniards on the court right now. The only word for that is fuego.
Coming off for Morrow.
I think you'll see Mara be loud, big, aggressive, and try and put a bit of pressure on Glauca in the next few points.
And just a quick question, Louis. When you're in training, I know most of the teams do about an hour and a half in the morning before they play in the evening. Are we got a double pickle play? Whoa! So season 2, a new twist in the pickle play is you can do a male and female in mix at the same time.
So for 8 serves, it's a completely different team. It's got Kat Stewart in it, fresh off of 47-3 in the women's singles, and Mauro Garcia.
And if you remember from last year, this was their mixed doubles team from season 1, so hopefully they can provide some loudness. This is the challenge, though. Mauro comes in cold, he goes aggressive and misses in the net. Glauca, that is just absolutely phenomenal. She's found her rhythm, Jeanette. You said, you know, in this first half, she maybe was a little bit tight, but she is more than ready to go now. She is as spicy as a masala right now.
Oh, Brandon Lane, that is absolutely insane. So tell me, Louis, how many combinations do you practice in training before the night for the pickle play situation?
Well, I mean, I think you have at least 2, maybe a 3, just depending on whether you swap 1 or 2 players out. But, you know, by now, 3-4 games in or 3 games in, most teams will have an idea of their lineup. I think an interesting one here right now is they've subbed out both players, and they were, I think it was 7-4. And now it's, when the pickle play ends, they're going to be, instead of being 3 points down, they're going to be at least 6. That's the gamble you take with a pickle play, because unfortunately, you can't cancel a pickle play once you activate it.
Side out.
Great rally, and that's the feature of doubles. I must confess, I have a slight weakness for the doubles. It's something which intrigues me more, entertains me more as a viewer, and it's simply because of some of the net play or the kitchen play that happens.
And there's that net play that you like so much, Devian.
5-10-1. Second server, end of pickle play.
All right, and that is 8 serves, end of pickle play. We will see Kim and Molly come back on. Look, Molly O'Donoghue was on fire. Let's see if we get a new Kim back on court.
Right.
This is the challenge. They've had about 2 minutes off. They need to absolutely lock in for the last 3.5 minutes if they want to get this tie back on their side.
Point, Jawans. 6-10-2.
Little less than 3.5 minutes, 4 points still to recover. It is possible, but you have to eliminate the errors, and that's not happened on that occasion yet. Now a critical phase. Now if the lanes can pick up maybe a couple of points, that should put a lot of pressure on their opponents.
Yeah, this side out is absolutely critical for the Jawans. They need a point-free side out for sure, which coming off 2 minutes on the bench, always challenging.
Point.
A bit like that, you know, they come in cold. Molly's missed a dink in the net. I think she missed one dink in the first 8-9 minutes, and Nal's missed one in 2 rallies, and Kim's missed a couple of balls long, and you know, all of a sudden they're 5 points down with now less than 3 minutes, and that makes it really challenging.
Point. Mumbai.
And that is the risk you take with the pickle play, and you know, Ollie knows that when he takes the decision, then it's the coach's decision. He's got to live and die by.
This is the lanes reminiscent of season 1, wasn't it? They were absolutely phenomenal mixed doubles pairing, and now they're back for season 2 as retained players in the Mumbai draft, and they are certainly proving their worth right now.
Few quieter faces around the Jawans dugout, but I'm sure they'll be looking forward to what's coming up. The men's singles, Jeanette, Max Green, and up against him, the Dustman, Dusty Boyer. How are we seeing that unfold?
Well,
Side out.
hang on, we've just got a side out called here. Well, I think Louis probably best to tell us about the men's singles, to be honest with you.
We've got an absolute cracker in store here. We've got the big, hard-hitting Dusty Boyer who can serve it harder than any guy here and hit a forehand harder than any guy here. So you've got that, and then you've got the mighty Max Green, who's an absolute wizard at the kitchen. He's got great hands. He can hold the ball really well off the paddle. He can make it really hard to read. So I think if Max can hold off Dusty's forehand, he's got a good chance. But, you know, we saw at times last night how big Dusty's forehand was. So it's going to be an absolute cracker of a match for sure.
Yeah, tough to separate. And just a reminder, if that ends in a tie, then we stay at one match apiece. And then that increases the chances of getting a tiebreaker. And I say bring it on, because we've already seen 2 thus far in season 2. Wouldn't mind a third one at all, would we, Jeanette?
No, not at all. Now, I tell you what, I think I got this prediction right, that Kim would be the X factor in this match. And unfortunately, it's, the Jawans, he's just not on form. But you cannot take it away from the lanes. Glauca Lane and Brandon Lane have played absolutely phenomenal match here. On fire.
Second server.
Great to see.
15-6-2.
Yeah, last 30 seconds of this tie, I think both Jawans have come on. You know, they started feeling it early on the second, and maybe Ollie's taken a slightly rash early call on the pickle play, because these 2 have come off, come back on, and they've not been at the races for the last 2-3 minutes. And it's tough, and you know, they've got some major thinking to do in the pickle play decisions going forwards.
Side out.
And the fact that it's not really been a high-scoring match indicates that there have been a few errors from both sides. But safe to say that Carvajal Lane and Brandon Lane have just minimized the errors a bit more, which is why that steady pickleball from them will win them this match, although they will lose out on this last point. But still, a convincing victory in the end. 16-7 it has finished. And it's a good performance from the Mumbai Pickle Power as they clamber their way back into this tie. It's one match apiece, with the mixed doubles going the way of the team in orange. Mumbai Pickle Power winning this 16-7.
All right, gentlemen, that is a head. That is a tail. Dusty, you got the call. Tails. It is a tail.
Serve.
Serve. Which end? Okay, 2 minutes. Let's go.
Right, match 3 of tie 9, and it's a big one. It's got Max Green up against Dusty Boyer, Mumbai against Bengaluru, and two men who won their first matches, then lost their second. So which of them will bounce back in this one? A match of vital importance for both sides, one would suspect, because it's currently locked at one match apiece here at the Geo World Garden.
Serve ready.
Jeanette Ward and Louis Laville still alongside me, Debayan Sen. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Chatting to Louis Laville during the break, Louis was suggesting that they have two different styles of play, correct?
0-0.
Yes, I mean, Max Green, he hits a big ball, but nothing on the scale. He'll try and roll balls and try and move Dusty around the kitchen and tire him out, a bit like this point here, for example. But Dusty will hit the ball ridiculously hard, as you all see now. He's going to hit a massive serve, and if he can get his ball hand on that ball, he's going to absolutely snipe it past Max.
Fabulous, Ernie. You rarely see Ernies like that in singles.
0-0.
Yeah, Max has a slightly traditional style of play, a bit more cat and mouse, which works really well in these conditions. Slightly softer, slower ball, bounces a bit lower. Makes it tricky just to hit big serves and big forehands the whole time. But, you know, he's both players will be pumped up here with this loud crowd and wanting to get on the board early.
Yeah, fabulous placement there by Max Green in the backhand corner of Dusty Boyer.
0-0.
But Max says he loves geography and he remembers a lot of world capitals. Of course, we are not in the capital per se, but he's playing outside US for the very first time. And what a great introduction. That first match that he played against Hien Trong, one of his best singles performances, I would suppose.
1-0.
Yeah, no, I think that the cat and mouse game, as Louis said earlier, really suits Max, and that's what Hien likes to play as well. The Thionator from Vietnam. Oh, speaking of, look at that, Dusty Boyer down the side with an absolute cracker. Look at that on the replay.
2-0. Side out.
And Dusty was up 6-2, in fact, in last night's match against Hien. Eventually lost it by a fairly comfortable margin, so he'll be smarting. He'll be wanting to prove a point.
Side out.
Especially after that amazing victory that he had on the opening night.
Now, that's two service errors in a row for Max Green. Is this just the nerves getting the best of him, Louis?
Yeah, I think he's fully aware this is a really big match, You know, Dusty's come out swinging. He's played 3 really, really high-quality points.
3-0.
Max knows he needs to get on the board, and you might see him start trying to maybe force something in a second. So good get off with a big Dusty forehand. That's the way Dusty's at his best. You alluded to his match against Hien last night. And
4-0.
yeah, 6-2 up at the turn, playing absolutely phenomenally. I think the only potential issue for Dusty in this format is fitness over 15 minutes. There's no questioning his ability and quality of shots, but sustaining the top level over 15 minutes potentially is one of those things. And you know, Hien got the better of him by grinding him down towards the end last night.
Possibly something that Max has to consider. He's already down by 5 points. We are just about a little over 3 minutes into it. Just try and stem the tide, stem the flow, because at the moment, Boyer's flowing like a river.
Yeah, potentially Dusty wants to beat that score of cats. Let's see what happens, but I think unlikely to happen, but you never know. He continues hitting forehands like that. You never know, he might see him get the highest score in the league.
7-0.
Of course, on day one, I reeled off a beautiful little trivia on him, which I unfortunately couldn't use because I wasn't commentating his game. Louis, he's actually born one day before. There was an All-American final at Wimbledon between Pete Sampras and Jim Courier, and which happened on American Independence Day. So you have to be a good singles player after that, don't you?
8-0.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I think Max was questioning something there. Not quite sure what it was, but Dusty, a bit like Cat, is literally not missing a ball right now. Max has to do all this work to win 1 point, and I think now this is a big side out now for Max. He needs to get on the board and needs to get at least 2.
0-8.
Just to put a bit of pressure on Dusty.
Interesting on that service point there from Max Green that Dusty was first to approach the net. He's been playing that baseline shot with loads of passing shots, but his approach to the net is quite daunting.
Point, Jawans.
I mean, I think Max Green had an absolutely fantastic game in the first day of the season and
9-0.
wasn't up to that level in the second one, and he's really struggling to find any rhythm right now.
Side out.
You know, he needs to find some rhythm, otherwise Mumbai Pickleball have a couple of other really good singles players. They've got Brandon Lane, they've got Santosh Narayan, and they're both top singles players in their own right. So I can imagine Sam might be considering something if nothing happens in the next minute or so.
Side out.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's going quite pear-shaped and it's still early doors. It's only about 5 minutes, a bit over 5 minutes in. And it's a 9-love lead with service for Dusty Boyer. Can consider the Pickle play soon.
Well, the only person I can't see in the Mumbai Pickle power box right now is Santosh, so maybe he's warming up on one of the back courts to come on and to start the second half.
Side out.
But I mean, you know, full credit to Dusty right now. He is absolutely firing on all cylinders, and he means business tonight.
So much also about professional pride, right, Jeanette? Because lost the game yesterday, and it's been less than 24 hours, and he's come out all guns blazing because he wants to prove a point. He's a very good player.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He is super dominating now. And the Jawan team in the dugout. The atmosphere here in Geo Park is absolutely on electric.
Point, Jawans.
Dusty Boyer on absolute fire right now. Absolutely nothing Matt Green can do. You know, we're a minute away from the first half. We're at 12-0. And no team has actually won both singles games and ended up losing in straights. I mean, I think it happened with Delhi. They came back in a dream breaker and got it done, but they didn't. No one's done it. No one's won all 3 doubles after losing both singles. So it puts the Jawans in an absolutely fantastic position. To be honest, I think that was Max Green saying, sub me out, I need some time off, which gives him, with the sort of 50 seconds left of this half and the timeout and a few minutes off to sort of rest and recoup for the second half.
Point, Jawans.
We had Brandon last evening in the commentary box, and he was joking, wasn't he, that in one of the matches when they were taking on Huang Nam in the men's singles, the coach did look at him towards him for a Pickle play, and he said, no, coach, I'm out. You better get somebody else in. But here he has volunteered for the difficult job of trying to stop Dusty Boyer.
Point, Mumbai.
Yeah, he's certainly fired up after that mixed doubles win, and he's taking that momentum into the singles here. There you go. There's another point for the Mumbai Pickle Power.
He's got one job. See if he can get to 5. That is his one job. One more point on this side. Can he get one more?
Point, Mumbai. And
there he is. That's the B lane that everyone loves to see. 3-2-1 B lane, and that's on the back of his shirt right now.
Absolutely. He's buzzing. And for a change, so are Mumbai Pickle Power. 3-14 at the break in this men's singles match.
Welcome back. It's getting louder and it's getting more feisty as Brandon Lane is ready to save for Mumbai. He's opened the account and he continues to score for them against Dusty Boyer. You just saw the momentum change. Jeanette and Louis here with me. Jeanette, Brandon just walked out with some aura, didn't he?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Louis and I were just chatting off the break, and we were saying, oh, that's gone in. And he's got to 5. Louis Laville's called it. He said Brandon Lane has one job, and that is to get to 5 in his pickle play, and he's done it. Brandon is an exceptional singles player, but you can only play 2 divisions or 2 disciplines. Oh, he's got another one. Well done, Brandon Lane. Louis, will that give Max Green the momentum to get some points and continue this on Mumbai? 14-6.
Well, he's been given the biggest assist he could have wished for, to be honest. You know, he's gone in 0-14 and now it's 6-14 and he's had 2 minutes off.
6-14.
If it's ever, it's going to be now.
Side out.
That was slightly anticlimactic, and Max smiles himself, says, sorry guys, I know that's not what you wanted. But the pickle play is exactly what Mumbai wanted and needed at that time. Unfortunately, Brandon Lane, after scoring those points, has gone off. Max has come back. It's still not working his way, Janet.
I'm kind of thinking with the Jawans. So we retained Kat Stewart, singles player. The first pick or the second pick in the draft for Ollie Strecker was Dusty Boyer, a singles specialist as well. Proving singles is a very important part of this league.
With 2 of the 5 points being singles, it is heavily weighted in the singles category. So, of course, you need to stack that kind of side. You know, you found out last year, you know, the only game Bengaluru lost was when they didn't win both singles. So, most teams have sort of clued up this year and stacked their singles lineups, and then, you know, hope to maybe win both of those and sneak one of the other 3 to get the victory in each fixture. And that's exactly what the Jawans are doing right now.
It's all coming off for Dusty when he's playing Max. The same shots that seem to be landing outside, hitting the net when Brandon was on court for Mumbai seem to be coming off pretty well for Dusty right now. And you'll get used to this, Louis. Of course, the commentators curse. Just as I kept talking about Dusty there, the Dustman hits into the net. We won't say too much about it, otherwise we'll jinx our presence here, Janet.
I think Max is getting a little frustrated now. You know, the score might say 17-6, but for Max it's 17-0. It's been an absolute onslaught from Dusty Boy. I think the matchup just hasn't suited Max quite as well as maybe Sam Bassford had hoped. But there's still time. There's still 4 minutes. It's only 11 points. If he can find something, I'll put a bit of pressure on Dusty. You never know. Anything can happen in this format.
6-17. Point, Mumbai. 7-17. Hold. Stop the clock. Grab that. Thank you.
Also, it's
such
a testament to every day is different. Max Green against Wayne Trong got a victory. Dusty Boyer against Wayne Trong had a loss. And you just can't base any analysis on that. Today is a completely different day. Dusty Boyer, completely different player from that match. And Max Green also looking a bit of a shadow of the player who played Wayne Trong.
8-17.
Yes, but he's just found something, and there was a bit of a noise from the Jawan box, which got Max a point. It was just right. But yeah, I mean, I think there's been a triangle with Max, Dusty, Nam, or Square, I guess, and then Finpian as well. Yeah. But the single, that's just a testament to how strong this singles bracket is this year, you know. The women's is strong. You've got Sione and Kat, probably the 2 leading players. With some other strong players, but the men's singles one, all 7 teams had super strong. You know, our team had Hong Kit Wong or Jack, who unfortunately couldn't play. But, you know, now there are some absolutely fantastic singles players that are, in these conditions, some of the best in the world.
Yep.
19.
It's all fun for us, more fun for us, the neutrals. Enjoying all our matches. As Dusty gifts a serve away to Max right now. Max trailing by 9 points. 11, sorry.
Side out.
Yeah, he's unfortunately had a lot of this, Max, today, where it feels like he just knows his rhythm is off. We saw that on his face a few times where he said, almost like, I could try anything and it won't come off today.
Point,
He's just
Jawans.
coming out of every shot slightly early. If you're looking from a tactical point of view, he's coming up, he's trying to hit the ball too
28.
much. Yeah, Ollie knows his match is done now as well. You know, 12-point lead with 3 minutes to go.
Point, Jawans.
Dusty can sit in cruise control for the next couple of minutes. Max has been a bit frustrated from the get-go. A couple of missed serves
21-8.
early, hasn't been able to settle. Brandon gave him a little lifeline, but unfortunately wasn't able to fully take it.
Ah, that is class
Point,
from Dusty.
Jawans.
And don't miss the little pause at the end after the shot.
22-8.
He enjoyed that. Well, now he can go
Side
for it.
out.
He has a sizable lead in this one.
8-22. Point, Mumbai.
Max hoping
9-22.
that the very least he gets from this game is getting into double figures. But Dusty is
out.
relentless. Absolutely relentless.
Again,
22-9.
another masterclass from the Jawans singles players here in
Point,
Mumbai.
Jawans.
Yeah, we want for Sam, the coach of the Mumbai
23-9.
Pickleball, to be thinking about going to their next fixture. Because, you know, Max came out really, really strong in his first one. But the last two
Point,
matches
Jawans.
just hasn't been able to find that same level. And both matches have been pretty one-sided the other way. So
24-9.
lots to think about for Sam. But I'm sure Max will bounce back, you know, strong character, top players.
Point, Jawans.
And 1 minute to go. And Dusty sounds like he's in the mood to maybe try and hit 30. That famous 30 mark in this sport.
25-9.
Oh,
Point,
I
Jawans.
think he's just found, he's in the zone now. He's in the zone. He could try any shot right now.
26-9.
Trust me, if Dusty Boyer is hitting an inside-out forehand,
Point,
third shot
Jawans.
drop, he is feeling himself right now, I tell you what.
27-9.
Ah, what a shot from Max. He's not done and dusted in this one.
9-27.
Still got a few things to say.
Might be the backwards cap, he just flipped it over from forward to back and he's won 2 points in a
Point,
row, so maybe it's that.
Mumbai.
Maybe he should have started with a backwards cap and it might have been a different story.
10,
All these
27.
insights you're getting here in the commentary box, Louis, all these insights, they all work. Oh.
Point, Mumbai.
Well, he has reached double figures and crossed them as well in terms of getting past the 10 marks,
11-27.
11 for Max. Oh,
Side out
unfortunately
and
that
game.
lands out. And it ends in favor of Dusty Boyer. From the start, he looked like he did not want to relinquish any sort of control on this match and has kept it throughout and has given the Jawans another victory in this tie.
All right, ladies, that is a head, that is a tail. Kat, you've got the call. Tails is the call. It is a tail. Receive. Which end? That end. 2 minutes, ladies.
Welcome back. We are ready for our women's doubles match. We have Glauca Carvajal Lane and Jada Bui for Mumbai Pickle Power playing Brooke Revuelta and Katerina Stewart for the Bengaluru Jawans. And it's been a tie that has swung both ways so far.
Thank you.
And I can barely hear myself in the commentary box. The crowd in full support for the Bengaluru Jawans. Louder, I may say so right now. The Mumbai crowd
Best of luck.
will get into the action as well.
Now, Louis, I've known you for a few years now, and I know you're very much a stats man. You were saying off air that you feel that this is a must-win for Mumbai.
Point, Mumbai.
Well, I've got it 2-1 down in the tie, and having lost 2 matches out of 2 already, you feel like if they lose this one, they've lost 3 matches out of 3, and they're really struggling to qualify for the knockouts at that point. But, you know, Glauca and Jada are a fantastically strong pair. Kat and Brooke are very, very good, but a little shaky last night. So I'm sure they'll bounce back stronger, but I think we're in for an absolute fantastic battle of women's doubles here.
I think Kat and Brooke and everyone else were a little taken by surprise by how Mihai Kwan played on the right-hand side with Trang. And let's see if they can bounce back from that performance.
Side out.
Agree, and I feel like we've somehow managed to recruit a couple more drummers in the last 5 minutes. Because there was 1 at the start of this match, and now there's about 4 or 5 here.
Point, Jawans. 1-2-1.
One of the things that Brandon realized when he was here in the commentary box yesterday is how different things can be for a player on court when the players in the box are louder and just screaming and supporting rather than being a little tactical with their support. And Louis, you might be just getting a feel of that as well in terms of how it's affecting the player on court.
Completely agree. You know, you can see Bengaluru are much louder tonight, and obviously they got a big crowd out here tonight as well. And they started well. You know, Brooks had a couple of fantastic resets in the first 2 points, which always settles the player in as well, which is really important in a must-win match for both sides.
That is a beautiful backhand flick down the middle by Kat Stewart on the replay. Absolutely fantastic. There it is.
Second server. Three, 2-2. Side out.
A very rare serve error there for Kat
2-3-1.
Stewart. I think she understands what is on the line here for the Jawans.
Goes down the middle again.
Second server.
Kat brimming with confidence after her
2-3-2.
stellar first match win in the women's singles.
Point, Mumbai.
Kat taking a little bit too much court there on the right. I feel that Kat's taking about at least 70% of the
3-3-2.
balls at the moment, similar to a mixed match. Would you agree with that, Louis?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I wouldn't say necessarily it's too much because they play a lot of women's doubles together in the US and they have quite an established partnership, so they know each other's game. I think the one thing you can notice very quickly is Kat is targeting flicking that middle of the court. She's won most of her points now by hitting that flick down the middle, and in between Glauca's backhand and Jada, who sits very backhand heavy, it's a bit of a bus lane down the middle at the moment, so they need to sort that out. And actually, seeing that, you saw Glauca move over and hit it to forehand, and then that ball was going to hit the signs at the back fence, but unfortunately for Brooke, she was in the way.
Side out.
Brooke Revuelta there.
3-3-1.
she smiled when she got hit with that ball. She said, you know, she just made didn't make a big fuss about it. But I have the sneaky feeling might just want to give it back. Resists the urge. This time, the ball goes long. All smiles there.
3-1.
And Jeanette, this is one of those matches, I think, when we look at the scoreboard and we say, oh, it's just 3-3.
Yeah, I feel, Arpit, that a lot of the women's doubles in Season 2 World Pickleball League has been fairly even. Scoreline may not reflect that the whole time, but I think the skill sets have been fairly even between all of the 7 teams.
Side out.
That's the second serve long in less than 5 minutes for the Jawans. So it's criminal in doubles to miss a serve. In singles, you can get away with it a couple of times, but doubles is absolutely criminal. I think Jadis needs to settle down, get her things into the kitchen, put a bit much more pressure on. I think Mumbai will be starting to score some points. But that was a fantastic counter from Brett. She started settling in well, and on the right, you know, it's tough. I know from playing men's doubles on the right side, it's the same for women's. You're sort of there as a role player. You're not there to play big, and so you have to be there when it's most important. You're counted on. Just stay as solid as possible. And there she is again. 2 fantastic points and a free side out for the Jawans, and now they can try and build on their score.
Still tied 3-3. We've seen some fantastic rallies and some fantastic shots in this one, but both teams tied still. Fantastic play.
Point, Jawans.
Just the injection of thrill that the crowd and the team wanted, probably. A smile from Katrina as she goes to serve.
Second server.
Feeling like most of the momentum at the moment is with the Jawan ladies. Important side out here for the Mumbai to get back to serve.
Point, Jawans.
Yeah, now, Louis, I'm not sure if the camera picked that up, but we've got both the Mumbai ladies are standing almost a foot back from that non-volley zone. Can you explain what that's all about?
I think their dinks aren't quite good enough at the moment. You can see there, they're able to be volleyed. That's a good put away from Halak though. But when your volleys are slightly too high and they're not bouncing in that red bit of the kitchen, the no volley zone, you stand off the line because you're worried about it coming back at you pretty hard, which is a pretty fair assessment when you've seen how hard Kat can hit the ball sometimes.
Good defense from Glauca. And that lands out.
And half-time.
And half-time has been called by Mark Taylor as the Bengaluru Jawans lead this one 5-3.
All right.
Only a 2-point deficit. Will the change of ends also bring a change of luck for Mumbai Pickle Power? 3-5 down. The ladies in orange, Jada Bowie and Carvajal Lane in the far court now. Now chipping away and bringing it down to just 1 point against Ruelta and Stewart. Jeanette Ward and Louis Laville still alongside us. Louis with some great insight already all through every match. What does the gut say, Louis? Is this one going down to a decider?
That is fully down to Mumbai Pickle power right now. I said to Jeanette at the break that Mumbai needed to put a bit more pressure on Brooke. You know,
5-5-2.
Kat's the scary person on the court, and she's the person that people are looking to avoid. If you can get Brooke sort of just to put more balls to bounce in that kitchen in front of her, it's a good defense. But they've got a good side out the back on level terms. Yeah, if they can get some more balls to bounce in front of Brooke, put a bit of pressure on her. This game's obviously close, but you know it's now live or die, or do or die. Let's say for Mumbai, if they lose this tie, the fixture's done and they're 0 out of 3. So they need to lock in. And speaking of which, that's a beautiful roll. I think we saw a complete mirror of one that Mihei did last night with her forehand. That was just absolutely beautiful.
You know, Louis, I think that's the first time we've seen that sort of cross-court speed-up dink by the Mumbai ladies. We think, we're chatting in the break, we need more of that sort of action from them.
Yes, for sure. That is how the Delhi team did well last night, or a lucky not called, as you say, yeah. And then Kat just bagged Glauca. We won't count it quite a bag. Mark, the referee, giving Kat a wry smile. Maybe he should have warned her back there. It's also very light-hearted on court right now. Big 2 minutes incoming now, I reckon. This side out is really important for Mumbai.
They've just got to keep going to Brooke. The dinks are just too high, and they've got to start targeting Brooke a little bit more if Mumbai ladies want to stay in this game.
Superb doubles.
Yeah, what a fantastic rally by all 4 players.
I think we've got a pickle play here.
Yeah.
Because I think to me that looked long.
Yeah,
it's called in. So
No, he's called it in. Oh, stop the clock.
All right, this is absolutely tense moments here. Season 2 World Pickleball League.
Point Mumbai.
We are 6-5, points to Mumbai.
No. One linesman's called it out, Warren. One linesman. That's all it takes. Point Mumbai.
Point Mumbai. Will we see a challenge by the Jawans is the question. The Jawans, they have not used a challenge yet, so they still have 2 up their sleeve. No, look, Ollie knew it was out.
Ollie knew it was out. I think he was just questioning which line judge actually called the ball out. But no, we're at 6-6 now, and all the pressure's now back on the Jawans. There's that flick again from Kat.
Mumbai must score here. Jawan ladies. Woo, what a rally.
Super point, and great defense, and just a shame that it finished with the ball sinking into the net. However, with 3.5 minutes resting at least one of those serves back, this is going right down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen, that's for sure.
We saw that a couple of points back. That's what she needs to keep on doing, Louis Laville.
They started moving Kat around the kitchen now, and she's moved into the middle, and then they send her out wide. She pops it up, and then it's a perfect put away from Glauca. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, Brooks had an out ball there. But no, you know, now the pressure's now back on the Jawans for sure. But we're in a tight game here. It's 6-6-2 with less than 3 minutes to go. Who can hold their nerve and try and get it done? Or if you're slightly behind, can you try and squeeze a draw and then maybe see if we can get ourselves to a tiebreaker after the men's doubles?
We absolutely could. And just a reminder, Jawans win this, then they win the tie as well, because of that outstanding performance in men's singles by Dusty Boyer. Where, bear in mind, 6 of those points were actually scored by Brandon Lane in pickle play.
Point, Jawans.
Cat on a hot tin roof.
7-6-1.
Yeah, no, absolutely. 6-6-1. 7-6-1.
Point, Jawans.
Yeah, pulling away now.
8-6-1.
Bengaluru Jawans. Not much time left in this vital point coming up for Mumbai.
Point, Jawans.
That drop in the net from Glauca, unfortunately for Mumbai, could be the final nail in the coffin. 1 minute 20 left, probably enough time for 5 more
9-6-1.
points. So I think they need to be near perfect from here. 5 points in a row to maybe see if we can squeeze out a draw.
And just to explain to newcomers why Louis says that, you get 2 serves in doubles, so 1.1 will effectively bring on a second serve for Bengaluru Jawans, but that's not happening yet. It's a 4-point cushion. It looks like Bengaluru will be walking away with their second tie victory here tonight.
10-6-1.
Yeah, no, looking mighty good for the Jawan ladies right now with only 45 seconds left on the clock. It is a Jawan victory for the women's doubles.
Point, Jawans.
They just have so much energy together, don't they? Brooke and Kat, they really feed off each other. That looks like a great combination for them.
Yeah, and as Louis said earlier in the broadcast, they do play together in the USA, and that is, oh, look at that. Absolutely superb teamwork by the Jawan ladies. Because they play so much in the USA, they know each other's play. Very clever draft pick by Ollie Strecker, coach of the Jawans.
Yeah, the last 6 scoring points have all come from Jawans, which will make this look a little flattering, but it's been a lot closer than that. However, it finishes with another victory. Their 3rd match of this tie, and with a 13-6 win, it has gone the way of the Bengaluru Jawans. Ollie Strecker is pleased as punch, as are the management, because they've bounced back in some style from their defeat last night at the hands of Dilli Dilwale. It's finished 13-6 for Brooke Ruelta and Katerina Stewart, 3-1 in the tie.
All right, gentlemen. Best of luck. All right, that is a head. That is a tail. Maury, you got the call? It is a tail.
We'll receive.
Receive. Which end do you want to start? That end? 2 minutes, gentlemen.
So the tie is out of their hands, but the fifth match is still up for grabs. Santosh Narayanan and Brandon Lane from Mumbai Pickle Power are going to be up against Yung Wong Kin and Mauro Garcia from the Bengaluru Jawans. What a fabulous night it has been at the Geo World Garden in Mumbai.
Ready.
Great fan presence.
Saves ready.
Louis
Tango.
Lavelle and Jeanette Ward still in the commentary box.
Serves
And
ready.
Louis, what's been impressive,
Best
not
of
just the
luck.
way that
Time
Mumbai
in.
fought back in the tie,
0-0-2.
but their fans have also made their presence felt in the last few matches.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you can still hear it now. As we said earlier, you can barely hear each other, and we're next to each other with how loud this crowd have been tonight. It's been a pretty electric match. You know, the home Mumbai against the Jawans, who are the defending champions. Yeah, fantastic atmosphere all night. Unfortunately for Mumbai, the fixture's already done going into this final match, but these two men are very competitive. They do not want to lose this fixture for sure.
And as we have reminded viewers a few times, Jeanette,
Point.
the fact that each match has points
Mumbai.
attaches a lot of significance. You never know. You win this match, you could still be in the reckoning because there's still 3 ties to go after this for Mumbai.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's going to be a race on the overall points ladder for 3 and 4. So that means that all points are vital.
Point, Mumbai.
2 points in the bag.
2-0-1.
Great defense in the face of some superb smashing from Garcia.
I think that this is the first time we've seen Santosh Narayanan and Brandon Lane play in the mixed, in the gender doubles together. I think Narayanan's, they did play the first night, yep.
I believe they played the first night against Dilly Diwali.
2-0-2.
And Eric and Max were just fantastic in that game. But, you know, both fantastic players. Santos is probably more of a left side player.
Side out.
But they're finding some level. They're hugely aggressive, big drives. And they're playing against a team that
0-2-1.
struggled to find any rhythm really last night. It ended up being the close scoreline probably suggested it was closer than it actually was. So we'll see how this game pans out in the next few minutes.
Yeah, Brandon had actually teamed up with Santosh in the first match. It was a narrow one, 12-7, but then they got wiped out when Santosh paired up with Tejas in the previous encounter. So that's where the change has happened. You can expect a competitive start, just the way Brandon has been on fire, especially that cameo he played in the men's singles. That just suggests that he's really on it tonight.
Absolutely, and what fantastic hands by the speed-up king, Santosh Narayanan, using his own paddle. He has his own paddle brand called Speed Up.
Side out. 2-1-1.
Absolutely fabulous atmosphere, and if you want to be a part of this, make sure that you log on to wpbl.org. Find out about fixtures, find out about all that's happened, all the stats, all the results. Pick your team. There are 7 franchises. There are plenty of Mumbaikars, I'm sure, who will have a natural connection with all of them. And come down to the Geo World Garden over the next 8 days. It's promising, and it is delivering a lot of fun.
Side out.
Jeanette, how much are you enjoying this season compared to the last one? And you can mention me if you want.
Second server.
No, it's been, so far, it's been a bit of a whirlwind. But I tell you what, season 1 was absolutely fantastic as well. Season 2, I think the quality of players is even better this year. We've had a lot of close matches ourselves so far, but we're only just heating up. What have we got, another 7-8 days left? Yeah, so there's so much more pickleball to play.
And Louis, you can offer the players' perspective. How's the experience been thus far this year?
Oh, it's been an absolutely fantastic experience. You know, everyone is getting on board. First year, everyone loved it, but it was still kind of this new thing that people didn't really know what to expect. Everyone knows what to expect now, and they still love it. It's fantastic. You see how pumped the players are on and off the court. It's hugely sociable. We all go for food afterwards together. It's just, you know, it's an absolutely fantastic experience. But back to this match now. We're in actually a bit of a grind off here. A lot of fast hands. They're like Yung Wong Kim, probably one of the fastest hands. But Brandon Lane more than equal to that right now. He's absolutely on tonight. He's definitely the stand-up player for Mumbai Pickle Power.
Side out. 2-3-1.
Yeah, just a 1-point cushion at the moment.
That's nice. They've got
Second
Maro
serve.
twice on that particular angle. Seems to be working for Mumbai.
2-3-2.
Louis, what's your favourite discipline? Is it mixed or is it men's?
I could lie to you and say it's men's singles, but that would be a total lie. I enjoy the cat and mouse strategy behind men's doubles quite a lot. Had a few really fun partners in the last year. But yeah, the mixed doubles is also, I mean, I love all three disciplines. I do play all three, and men's, just, from my point of view, is a good strategy.
Ball's been called out.
And it's not just being able to like speed up the whole time and whack it, it's actually a bit more tactical.
From Mumbai.
So, we've got a challenge here from Mumbai Pickle Power. It looked like really, really close. A bit of a delayed call from the line judge. So we will see. The heartbeat will be on any second, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think Sam Basford is using this challenge as a bit of an opportunity now to talk to the male team and to give them some words of advice and maybe just calm everything down, because tensions are really high. Even though the Jawans have taken this tie out, there are certainly some bragging rights, and Mumbai would like to walk away this evening with the men's dubs under their belt.
Incidentally, Jeanette, this is also the battle of the two youngest coaches. And would you believe it, Ollie's actually 1 day younger than his opponent.
Ball was in.
Oh, the ball was called
Replay
in.
point.
I definitely need to go to Specsavers.
Sorry. It stops there. Replay point. Players ready? Time back in. 3-3-2. Point. Jawans. 4-3-2.
We're at 4-3. Just under 2 minutes left of this first half. Mumbai need to build a few points. Put some pressure on Kim. He's been struggling with the slowness of this ball in the last couple of days. So maybe force him to do a few silly shots. We know Maro, when he's under repair pressure, will try something. So I think the more disciplined Mumbai can stay, the more of a chance they have in this fixture.
Point. Mumbai.
I love watching
4-4-1.
Santosh Narayanan play. He's one of my favourite players. His passion on court, Louis, is absolutely amazing. You played with him in Australia, or opposite him in Australia. But is he fun to play with or against? What would you rather?
Oh, I'd always rather Santosh be on my side of the court, for sure. But I could say that for pretty much every single player in this league. The quality of this league is so strong this year. Everyone gets so pumped up. I'm actually fortunate enough. I'm playing a tournament with Brandon Lane in about 2 weeks' time. So looking forward to being on the right side of him.
Point. Mumbai. We've got Pickle playing.
Tell us a little bit about these hand signals that we see from players, especially in men's doubles. We'll do that after this Pickle play.
Eduardo's coming on.
Yeah, Maro's getting a little bit frustrated, trying to hit the ball a bit too hard. Made a few quite silly unforced errors. It's gone from 3-4 to 7-4 in the flash.
All right.
Eduardo Azari on, first time playing the league this year.
Time back in.
Fantastic all-round player. So he'll be more than ready to go for sure.
He came out sporting a wide grin because he knows that he's on for at least 8 points and he can make a big difference.
Second server. 7-4-2.
Interesting, Kim's playing the left side here, Louis.
Point.
Tell us why they've swapped that in the Pickle play.
Yeah, Eduardo's just a big right side guy. Kim obviously is as well, but Kim's probably arguably slightly better on the left, and that you've got to play who's stronger on the weaker side for sure than who's stronger on the stronger side at times, because otherwise that's just too easily exploited at this level of the game. But it's a big point coming up here just before the turn.
Oh, is that in? Is that in? Mumbai want to challenge that.
Point.
Do they?
And half time.
Oh, it has been given to them. So that is half time. We have seen a chest bump before. We've seen it from Louis as well, but it came from Lane and Narayanan. And let's see if they can carry on with that momentum, because at the moment, they have the lead in this particular match. 9-4 for Mumbai Pickleball. (9-4), and the Mumbai men are definitely feeling it. Brandon Lane and Santosh Narayanan feeding off the energy of the crowd as well. Now in the near court, Eduardo Irizzari stepping in for a little while for Mauro Garcia.
Eduardo, known in season 1 as Picasso because of his ability to paint beautiful lines on the pickleball court.
Second server.
Yeah, I mean, he's in for 4 or 5 more points now, and he's loving every second of it. You see that massive grin of his, which is absolutely awesome to see. Ollie Strecker is known for building a team for certain positions, and Eduardo knows he's the guy to step in when needed, rather than being necessarily a locked-in player. We have seen both the men's doubles and the mixed doubles struggle in the last couple of days, so with a day or so off before the next fixture, maybe you'll see a slight change up in lineups in the next fixture.
Mumbai.
Speaking of team spirit, Louis, have you guys locked in on team celebrations, team chants as yet? The Hyderabad Superstars. How's that going?
Oh, I'm absolutely not giving any of that away right now. Yeah, no. We'll have to wait to find out until tomorrow night. We're first on against Dilly Diwali tomorrow. Big game for us. We've been grinding, but we are still unbeaten. If we can somehow pull one out tomorrow night against a very strong team, I think we've definitely got the ability to do it. We just have to play our game and play really strong, and it will happen, and we're going to be in a good place to hopefully qualify for the semi-finals.
I did spot the reel earlier this morning from your team with 4 of the ladies dancing around one of the male players. I'm not sure if that was you.
It was not. No, I would never be subject to a video like that. I would never allow that on my own subject, on my own socials. But that is Josep Cañadal. I think someone said, "Can you believe it?" the other night with how he was playing, and we were all saying the same thing when he was stood in the middle of that Instagram this morning.
Brandon, you're serving.
All right, Mauro Garcia back on court after the pickle play. Let's see if they can get some scores on the board. We have 5 minutes and 50 seconds left. Still enough time for the Jawan gentlemen.
And just to carry on the theme, I have taken the baton on from Jeanette of giving some of those nicknames. So can you believe it came from me? Let's hope that he's in that same mode tomorrow for Hyderabad as well. But at the moment, Mumbai looking really good with a 7-point lead now. 8, up to 8.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the slightly slower ball in these conditions, Kim's really struggling to put some of his best shots to use. His best shot is this off-the-bounce speed up with his forehand and flick. And slightly slower ball to usual outside, slightly gusty conditions, which we are facing right now. Just can't quite find the spots he needs to find. And, you know, with the quality of Brandon Lane and Santos just counters opposite, you know, they're just absolutely smoking the ball back past them.
Side out.
Great patience on court by all 4 gentlemen.
4-12-1.
4-12-1. Jawans needs some points on the board.
Second server.
Brandon Lane has just been so good that I'm sure Louis is making some mental notes. He's going to come up against him in a couple of nights. And he looks really good tonight.
Yes, for sure, he's playing absolutely fantastically well.
Point,
But as I said to you
Jawans.
earlier, I'm not giving anything away.
5-12-2.
Here we go. 5-12, 4 minutes to go. Jawans want to find this game. They're going to need to find it now, and that's not going to work.
Side out.
Too many unforced errors from the Jawan side in this game so far. I think they're just feeling a bit of pressure instead of trying to settle in and actually slow it down. They are, you know,
12-5-1.
forcing things and just unforced errors just on the masses in this game so far, which is why there's a 7-point swing right now with the Mumbai Pickle power.
Yeah, it might well finish 9-6 in favor of Bengaluru Jawans, but Janet, a lot of confidence to be taken from the team because all the 3 victories were one-sided. Whether you look at the 2 singles matches or even the women's doubles, very imposing performance today.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think Ollie might have a look at the team moving forward. Might see some changes in the men's dubs. Will we see a return of Marcelo in the men's doubles? They were a winning combination in season 1. Potentially, we might see that in the next tie for the Jawans.
Point,
Always going to
Mumbai.
get a warning incoming, I think. If Mark sees that, I think he's missed it. But no, Jeanette, you will most
14-5-2.
certainly not be seeing Marcelo Jardim because he's on the Hyderabad Superstars this year. But where you might be seeing is you might see
Mumbai.
Dusty Boyle or Eduardo Izari coming in. For sure, slightly different style players, very aggressive. You know, this was meant to be one of Ollie's solid fixtures.
15-5-2.
Maro played really well on the left last year, and Kim, you know, fantastic from Mumbai Pickle power against his old side last year. But they haven't been able to find a lot of rhythm. You know, they won their first game against Pune, who maybe were a bit sort of rusty. Let's go with that word. But the last 2 fixtures, they've struggled to find much rhythm at all.
Second server.
Now I'm blurring season 1 and season 2, and I put you, that's your fault, Divine, because you were asking me to compare the 2.
That's all right. I'll take one for the team.
Side out. Fifteen, 5-1. Second server.
Brandon Lane trying to will the ball over the net.
15-5-2.
Not to be.
Point,
Amazing
Mumbai.
backhand flick. Santosh Narayanan so smooth tonight in the men's doubles.
16-5-2. Point, Mumbai.
That's great hustle from Mumbai Pickle Power. And look at the celebrations. Out comes the chest bump as well.
Have they stolen your celly?
17-5-2.
I might have to challenge that one later, but what I definitely haven't done yet is swum on the floor, which is exactly what Brandon Lane is doing right
Side
now.
out.
He's absolutely electric. This team have been unbelievable. You know,
5-17-1.
first night they didn't quite get it done, but they found something absolutely fantastic tonight. And this is, you can see, this is a strong partnership forming that we're going to have to be wary about on our next match for sure.
Yeah, the doubles looking solid from the Mumbai perspective, especially when they have energy like this. Ah, there he goes. Look at that.
6-17-1.
That is something we will be seeing on Brandon Lane's Instagram in the next few hours for sure.
Point, Jawans.
Yeah, I saw that Trang did pick up something from commentary where he spoke a bit of Korean. And I'm sure Ravi Hekwan might come and say, Kamsamnida. Thank you.
Point, Jawans. And game.
But that should do it. It's thank you and good night. In the end, it's Bengaluru Jawans who win the tie. But it's a positive note on which Mumbai Pickle Power have finished this off. 17-8 in the men's doubles. Santosh Narayanan and Brandon Nail looking very solid the way that they performed. Job done though by Bengaluru Jawans.
Job done for sure, won the game, but there's plenty of frustration in the camp. There were some performances in there that definitely worth considering about. You know, they'll be happy they got the tie done tonight. But tomorrow they'll be back to the drawing board and some of those things, because some of those partnerships aren't working as well as they think Ollie was hoping. For Mumbai Pickle Power, another unfortunate loss. A couple of ties, you know, especially the women's doubles could have gone the other way, which swung it round. But it's what I said earlier, they won both singles, the Jawans. Makes it near impossible to win the tie.
Yeah, and we saw Atley back in the team kit, but he only put that on once they had sealed it up 3-1. In the end, it finishes 3-2 for Bengaluru Jawans on the night.
We've had a sensational match between Mumbai Pickle Power and Bengaluru Jawans. And unfortunately for Mumbai, this goes in favor of Bengaluru Jawans as well. And now it is time for the presentation. We have Supriya Shankar here with us, Vice President, Swiggy India. Thank you, ma'am, for helping us out. And the award that we will be presenting is for the player of the tie. And unsurprisingly, again, for the Bengaluru Jawans, it is Katerina Stewart. Welcome back, Katrina. It seems like you also are making a bit of a habit of coming back here to get the player of the tie.
Yeah, I wish it was an award for the team because I'm really proud of what we've done and the hard work we've put in, and this wouldn't be possible without them.
Now it's 3 out of 3 in the singles for you. Are you just growing with confidence every time you get back on court?
Yeah, I mean, I'm working hard every day with the team because every opponent gets tougher and tougher as I go on, so I just need to keep my head down and keep working.
You are wearing the band of honor for the female. You're at 122 points right now. Your closest competitor is at 57 points. Is that something in your mind, and do you have a message for Domi?
Don't catch up to me, dummy. But no, it's not in my mind at all, actually. If that's what it's going to be for me, then that's great. But I'm just really focusing on being there for the team.
Well, congratulations to you and your team as well. Well played tonight. That's about the time that we have for the presentation. It's back to you guys in the commentary.
Yeah, what a convincing victory in the end for Bengaluru Jawans. Set the ball rolling, Katrina Stewart. We thought she might catch up to 50, but eventually finishing 47-3. And Carvajal Lane and Lane winning the mixed doubles. Then we had the victory for Dusty Boyer. And it was eventually sealed off by Katrina Stewart and Brooke Ruelta. But in the end, a good one-sided victory for Santosh Narayanan and Brandon Lane. So what that has meant is that Bengaluru are right among the top two, up at second place. Just 3 points adrift are Delhi as well. So it's really hotting up at the top. In fourth position at the moment are the Hyderabad superstars. Mumbai Pickle needed one more match to be won to catch up or perhaps get ahead of Hyderabad, but unfortunately that hasn't happened yet. So what do we have? It's another double-header tomorrow. It's the Hyderabad superstars up against Delhi Dilwale. And then we are going to have the Rajasthan titles against Pune United. Do join us. We go on air at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Good night and goodbye for now.